Welcome to Rythmia Live. Today we're coming to you from Guanacaste, Costa Rica. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what Rythmia is and where we're at. We are located in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. We are a life advancement center. And if there's anybody who's watching this today and you think somebody else might need some of what we're talking about, please do me a favor, because Facebook changed their rules. Please share this and share it with everybody. Hi, Mindy. And I'm going to talk to you today, Daniel. I'm going to talk to you today about some really important and exciting things, okay? A little bit about what Rythmia is. Okay, Rythmia is a life advancement center located in beautiful Guanacaste, Costa Rica. And we do something really unique here. And we use multiple modalities to do this. So we use plant medicine, such as ayahuasca, and metaphysical teachings, and in a beautiful environment. And we teach this particular course that does something. But before I tell you about that, I want to tell you a little bit about me. Again, my name is Jerry. My story is real short. I was a multi-millionaire. I sold my last company for about 90 million bucks, and I was terribly unhappy. So bad that I tried to kill myself a couple of times. And I took this plant medicine. I had this particular journey, and the journey changed my life. And we started this place, and this place changes people's lives. And I'll tell you a little bit about how and what we have come to know as truth and what we believe in. So from when you were born, you were in your soul, and something happened between when you were conceived and about 5 years old that made you split from your soul. And this split, this archetypical split, is something that all addictions, all disease, and all disorder come from and stem from. And when you put this back together, everything changes in your life. And I can tell you that firsthand. It had such a big impact on my life that I bought this place, and now we do this for other people. And here's the cool part. We had about 4,000 people through here since we started, and 95.25%, so 952 out of 1,000 have this same exact miracle happen in their lives. Now this week we had 72 beautiful souls here, and I would say 68 or 69 of them had this exact miracle in their life. And I'm going to talk about that miracle, about what that miracle is, and about not only what the miracle is, but about how you can get it and how you can participate. So 2 things I'm going to talk about first. Please share this. If you're watching this, please share this. You're helping people all over. Secondly, if you're thinking about coming here and booking your stay, please get this number, 866-936-9446. Please remember that number. Please call that number. We have operators standing by to help you with your trip and with your travel arrangements and everything. And it's got to tell you one other thing. So when we first started this thing, about 2 people a month used to show up. And now every week there's 70 or 80 people. And weeks are selling out really quickly. So if you're on the fence, by all means, book it, and book it now, because there's going to be a time where you're not going to be able to get in, and it's really close to now. We're growing at about 388% a year. 1 more year and we'll be booked out over a year in advance. So please call us, okay? Call us if anything in here resonates with you. The next thing is this. If you can't come and you want to read up about this, or you want to find out about it, here's my book. It's titled Shit the Moon Said, and you'll understand it once you read it. But it's a really good book, and I'm not just saying that because I wrote it. It's because it's a really good book. And it tells a lot about the Rythmia experience and what we're doing here. So again, we had 72 souls here this week. I want to say hi to my mother. She's 85 years old, and she's in Pennsylvania. Hi, Mom. I love you, and I miss you. My mom's coming down this week this coming week. I'm super excited, and my sister, I'm really, really excited. So that's all good, and we can't wait to see them. So let's talk about this. So this miracle that happens when you're here, this reuniting with your soul, is a crazy, crazy thing. And the good part is that once it happens, all disease, disorders, and addictions leave, and it really, really, really changes you, and it changes your life and your vibration, and puts you on a different trajectory. So enough of me telling you about it, because you're thinking, oh, this guy's just some guy talking about some shit. I'm going to introduce one of our guests from this week. Her name is Jessica. Jess, come on over and sit down with me for a second. And how are you doing today?
Good. How
You're
are
doing
you?
good? Good. And Jessica, tell us where you're from.
I'm from California. I live in Huntington Beach.
And born in
Jersey.
Born in Jersey. Jersey in the house. Yes, I like it. And what do you do for a living, Jess?
I'm a fashion buyer.
A fashion buyer. Hang on one second. I want to get us in there. Okay, you're a fashion buyer. And is that a very demanding kind of job?
It can be very stressful.
Sure. Stressful job. Corporate job. And so this is your second trip here.
Hi, Daniel.
Hi.
Yeah, it's my
This is your second trip here. And how long ago was your first trip?
The last week in February.
Last week in February.
Taito Juanito.
We were here with Taito Juanito. And before that, have you heard of Rythmia?
I found out about you all on Gaia TV.
On Gaia TV.
One of the documentaries. I think the one with Michelle
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you saw all this, you looked like a really conservative manager for a corporate environment. This craziness of plant medicine. Tell me what was the initial thing that moved you about it?
You mean like how I...
Yeah, when you saw it, you said, oh my God, there's some kind of pull here.
Well, I've been kind of researching, like I saw different documentaries on ayahuasca like, for years, and I was always like, no thank you. I definitely don't want to, throw up or possibly poo in my pants. I think that's... everyone's scared of that, right? And I didn't really know what it was all about. I've always been on a search for what else is out there. Like, where am I from? Why am I here? And then when I finally saw that video on Gaia... and I saw Rythmia in it. I was like, nope, that's the place. I need a place with, a staff of doctors and a little bit, a toilet. And I need the luxury. So that's what got me to Rythmia and just everything that was in that documentary.
And you were, at the time, you were 30 years old? 30?
I'm 34.
34? Right. So you were watching this thing and it said about Rythmia, and then you did some research. And
just
you said, and you came alone without any friends. You didn't bring your girlfriend or boyfriend, or you just said, that's it. I'm going to call up and I'm going to book it and I'm going to come down and I'm going to do it.
Yep.
And so you came into this thing, and this is the first time I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you go through this program, and the net result was what?
Well, I feel like I saw who I'd become on the first day. And I left unsure if I had my miracle or not. It was really hard work.
Yep.
The first week I was here. And I left, but feeling really good, and like I got something. But I was like, was it exactly what I was looking for? And I came back because I feel like I needed more time to learn how to work with Mother Ayahuasca.
So can I ask you, so when you left here, and I remember you very, very well. I remember seeing you, and I remember talking to you, and I remember all these things. And when you left, you were like, yeah, it was good, it was worth it, but I don't think I got my miracle.
Yeah, I was like,
pretty much
still feeling like I was missing something that I came here for. Yep.
So she comes back a week ago, and I was like, I remember that girl, and I was also happy to see you because really the last time I thought you got it. And when I saw you coming in, you were so different than you were the last time. I thought, oh, great, I'll get some positive reinforcement and stimulation from this. So I said, hi, Jessica, how's it going? And for the first time, she said to me, hey, I might not have gotten this the last time.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So then the way that things work here, on Monday, I have this class called About Your Miracle, and I talk about this separation of the soul and the three things that we shoot for here to show me who I become, to merge me back with my soul, and to heal my heart. Those are the three things that make this work. So you go through this crazy class, and I curse a lot, I say the F word a lot, and I talk a lot about shitting and throwing up and all kinds of stuff. So you go through this crazy class, and then at the end of it, it's time to go drink medicine. So let's talk. Monday night you go up, you drink the medicine, and tell me what happens there.
I felt pretty sober for the first shot. So that was a lot different from the Monday I was here in February. The Monday I was here in February, I was drunk right away, you know, purging right away. And this Monday I was like, oh, okay, this is different. Same medicine, but I was sober for the first full shot. And then I went up to get another shot, and she only gave me
a little touch.
Not much. I was like, okay. She didn't ask me if I was sober or not on it. So I took it, and then it started happening.
And when you say it started happening, for the people that don't know what that means, what started happening?
I started feeling a little drunk. I had sensations in my mouth, around my gums. I would start seeing some, I guess, like the psychedelic kind of colors and visions in my mind. And I just felt a little bit of a vibration. And I did purge.
You threw up. And for those people that are afraid of throwing up, it's different than regular throwing up, right?
Yeah. So I was so grateful for that, because like you recommend, you ask your throw up, what are you? And I did, and I believe it was that night.
Yeah.
This might have been Tuesday night I'm thinking of, but the time I did ask my bucket, it said, it's my disgust with myself.
How beautiful.
So I was so happy to let that go.
So now it's Tuesday, and on Tuesday we have more classes in the day, and there's an integration at 3 o'clock, and then boom, you're back up to drink medicine. And on Tuesday night, it's generally a night we call Going Deeper with Brad, and it's Brad and Scott leading the show. And tell me, okay, I'm going to speak louder. And so tell me what happened on the second night.
So the second night, I believe was kind of like a little similar. I didn't get like so drunk on the first shot. The second shot, I did a full shot, and immediately, you know, was drunk on it and was being worked on by the medicine. A lot of things were coming up, things I needed to purge about myself again, and I think that was the purge night, where I was the disgust with myself. And I was, you know, just so happy that happened. And then I went up and I got a healing from one of the shamans, and that just calms your energy and brings you to, like, you know, kind of more the blissful state. And then I wasn't like drunk on the medicine that whole night. You know, so I sobered up again.
So you threw up one time that night, just one good solid purge.
Solid purge that I was so grateful for.
And so we're talking to Jessica, and Jessica was a second timer. Her first time, she didn't feel like she actually merged her soul. So then Wednesday, which we call Ladies' Night, what happens? You drink the medicine, and tell me what goes on.
So Wednesday was the miracle night. So I drank the medicine, and as soon as I drank it, first of all, the shot was like, I'm like, this is a triple shot. Like, it seemed like a lot more than the first two nights. So I drank the shot, and I'm like, oh, I know purge is coming. I'm going to be in it right away. And pretty much I held it in as long as I could, so the medicine could start working. And I purged a lot. I purged so much. And, you know, again, like...
When you say a lot, like... multiple times, or just a really hard, strong purge?
Probably 3 times really strong. And I kept purging, and each purge was what I wanted to let go of. So I actually had to yell at her, I don't want this anymore. And she kept asking me. She's like, oh, I don't know if I believe you. And I had to scream it in my head, and I purged again. And one of the shamans came over to me, and she was using the medicine of the cigar smoke. And she used that to help me purge even more. Then she came back around again and gave me that medicine again, blowing the smoke into me. And I took it in as medicine, and that's when I was able to surrender. And I got to the most beautiful place.
Where is that place? Tell them what that place looks like.
Well, that place, I begged her to be loving with me, and Mother Ayahuasca was loving with me. But it wasn't her talking to me. I then realized I had merged with my soul because she was there and she was showing me everything that I asked for, that I needed to know, and I just felt like that was me, and I felt whole again.
So for the people that don't know what that feeling is like, because a lot of us, it's been so long since we were in ourselves that we're just so used to being outside of ourselves. For the people, can you explain a little bit of what that feels like? What it feels like to be that boom?
Like, I don't know. It's a little hard to explain. I just felt like, again, like I love myself. Like I'm within myself. It's real. I don't know if I can explain.
Isn't it crazy shit?
It's so crazy.
Because it's such a simple thing. You should be able to just say, well, it feels like this. And yet there's nothing that we can remember that feels like this. It's like when you hit a tuning fork and it hits that right thing. You're just in that right thing, huh?
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And so now, in the way that we look at things, and Pat, I saw your question, I'm going to answer it in a second, or I'm going to talk to it. So it's, who have I become? Merge me back with my soul and heal my heart. So show us how love comes in then.
You mean about my healing?
Yeah.
So I also asked her to heal my heart. I didn't know it was all going to happen in one night, and she just let me know, we're going to start on your heart now. And I just know that my chest opened up. And I don't quite know still if I got a new heart or if it was just worked on, but it feels bigger, and my chest still hurts because I was worked on, and she told me it would be sore for a little while, but I can feel it. It feels bigger. It feels new. And I kind of don't want the hurt to go away,
I know, because it reminds you.
I never want to forget that moment.
So people ask, is this a temporary thing or a real fix? Well, we've found out and come to find that 97.55% of the people that have been here that had this merger still have it 6 months later. I'm 3 years and a half, almost 4 years, and I have it. It doesn't leave you. As a matter of fact, the medicine says you can't undo it. You can only rescrew it. So you can't undo it. It's like being unborn. You can't undo it. This merger happened and you're back together, and life is different. It feels different. You vibrate different. Things change. Your lovers change. Your relationship with your mom changes. Your relationship with people who are deceased changes. Your relationship with bosses, employees, things like this changes. Your relationship with your work changes because all of a sudden, a lot of us have been in things where we were pulled by the person that we've become. And that person has different taste than the little girl who was in you from the beginning, or the little boy that, I became a real hard, terrible, pricky, greedy, shitty person. And my little boy just wanted the person who was born just wanted to love people. I just wanted to get to know you and give you a hug and push you over the line and let's have fun. That's the thing. So my taste automatically changed, and people will find that some of the relationships no longer fit. The medicine we're talking about, Kathleen, is ayahuasca. Sometimes the relationships will no longer fit that used to fit us, and it's all good and loving and progressive and going the right way. So people say to me, what happens to the people that come here? What happens to the 4.5% that doesn't get it? This is what happens. They come back and they get it.
Yeah.
So this is the greatest gift. And Kathleen's asking, what's in the medicine? Love. Love is in the medicine. So it's ayahuasca, which is just vine and leaf. It's a very simple medicine, and it just does wonders for people, and it changes you forever. When you come here and you have this happen, you are never, ever, ever the same. And I want to tell you, if you're listening to this and there's something in your life that's not quite right, you feel like you just don't fit, or you feel like everything should be good, I have a wonderful boyfriend, I have a good job, I have these things, I have a family, but something's not right, come here. Please come here. Come back and do this with us. And you'll see what a big change in your life. And now listen, if you think someone else can benefit from this, please share this while we're talking. And if you have questions, please let us know, because I'd love to answer these things. I have more questions for you.
Okay.
So before you came here the first time,
Okay.
and you saw the place on the website and da-da-da. What was your impression of the actual center when you got here?
When I first got here,
Uh-huh.
that it was beautiful. I couldn't wait about the food because it's everything I eat, because I eat very clean.
Uh-huh.
So I was like very happy that I'd be on this amazingly clean diet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and the place is absolutely
It's-
beautiful. The
yeah.
staff is amazing.
Uh-huh.
They just like know who you are. Everybody knows your name. It's just so good. And I love you've had some addition of dogs here.
Yeah, we got a
So,
couple extra dogs
I'm
right
in
now.
love with Galaxy.
Everybody is. Yeah.
So just like everything about this place is just
Uh-huh.
I don't want to leave right now.
And can I ask you this, when you were at home and you were thinking about doing it, what were you afraid of, and how did those fears play out?
You mean, was I afraid of like the medicine?
Were you afraid of like, oh my God, I'm going to throw up, or oh my God, I'm going to come to some place and then I might not get along with the people? A lot of people say that they think that people are weird that do it and stuff like that.
No,
Any
so
of that?
I guess it was more like nobody wants like poo in their pants. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to like poo in my pants, and like the whole throwing up thing. I'm like, oh, if somebody else throws up, I'm gonna throw up if I smell it. Like that doesn't really happen, because you throw up like when you need to purge something. It's a beautiful thing. It's not because somebody else is throwing up. So I think I was just more scared of like the pooing in your pants or something.
Yeah, right.
Which didn't happen.
And the thing is, but almost everybody's afraid that they're going to go to the bathroom in their pants. And the thing is, if you need help, you just raise your hand and someone will come over and get you. It's just so super easy to do. A lot of people are home and people are afraid of being afraid of the medicine. Did you have anything that happen that made you afraid?
Before I got here the first time?
Well, a lot of people are really afraid that when they do the medicine, they're going to see something and it's going to make them freak out or something like that. Did you have any feelings of this?
I didn't realize ayahuasca was so much shadow work.
Uh-huh.
So I thought I was going to take it and just like see my higher self and like, go to the moon or something. So it was a little bit of a rude awakening.
Uh-huh.
And it's working so much on your inner, shadow self that needs to come out before you get to that beautiful place.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't really research it that much. I just kind of went in a little blind,
Uh-huh.
not exactly knowing what it was, but I was just hoping again for answers, because my whole life I've been on the search for answers. Like, where am I from? What's my purpose? And I'm like, maybe this will do it. So whatever it is, I'm going to take it.
Right.
So, and I don't have a background of doing like mushrooms or party drugs.
You weren't
or
a partier in any way, like you weren't crazy.
Just some alcohol,
Just
like
some
maybe
drinking,
dabbled in weed or something, but never liked it. Can't stand weed or anything. So I'm like, I'm not the type of person that does recreational things. So everyone's kind of like, whoa, you just jump right to that. But I'm like, it's not a drug, it's medicine.
And so, can I ask you this? So a lot of people come here and they think, well, I'm a normal person and I'm going to be surrounded around these weirdos, right? Isn't that something that comes up?
It could be. I didn't know the type of people that come here.
And what are those kind of people? Explain who
that
comes
actually
here.
come here.
Yeah.
I was shocked to see so many people kind of like over the age of 60 to 65. Like,
easy.
with not you, but I was, shocked to see like, people that are much older than me.
Yeah.
That are like taking this medicine for the like third and fourth time, who are well-to-do like psychologists and psychiatrists and like
a lot of psychologists and psychiatrists.
Authors,
you notice that?
Yeah.
Authors,
so
psychologists,
and they're just like very
psychiatrists.
normal-looking people. Like people here don't look hippie or anything.
That's what,
like everyone's just normal.
although we love hippies, but a lot of people would think, oh my God, I'm going to this place. It's going to be like a hippie commune or da 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 da. And here's the thing: 95% of the people who come here are doing the medicine for the first time here. They're normal people who are going through life and just in desperate need of some answers that the conventional spiritual community is not giving them,
Yeah.
and they want some answers. And I'm going to tell you one thing. If you think that this 1 week is going to be just a fancier dress for your ego, if you're going to use spiritualism as a fancier dress for your ego, this is so not the place for you. This is hard work, and it's heart work. So this is like, when you're ready to come here, you come with your heart, with your authenticity, and it's going to pay dividends and dividends and dividends. So a lot of people from the spiritual community, want to do this as something they want to show people. That is not the reason to come here. The reason to come here is because you really want answers, and you've tried a bunch of different shit, and it's not working. And I'm going to tell you what, the answers are within you, and the medicine helps to show them to you. That is the deal.
I was a little like, oh, I hope I'm not roomed with or around people that are like, oh, camera selfie up, like, I'm at Rythmia right now, like, let me post. So I was hoping those kind of like, I don't know, ego-driven people that just want to post and say, I did this. Exactly. Weren't here, and I have not run into that. So that was a fear, that all those types of people would be here, and maybe those type of people aren't ready for it yet.
And the thing, isn't it beautiful that so when you were here this week, 71 other souls were here with you, and when you see these people, the youngest ones are 18 years old, and the oldest ones are 80 some weeks, 86 1 week. Like, there's this broad spectrum of people, and then when you see them in the thing on Monday, and you look around and you think, nobody's going to get this week, right? You feel that way, and by the time you leave, everybody's gotten it, and you think, this medicine knows some shit that nobody in the world knows, right? It just knows what to do. And I want to talk about one other thing. So you've done the medicine, and you got this hallucinogenic experience, right? Yeah. And then it comes down, and all of a sudden we go to breath work, and you think, oh, fuck. What can breath work do? Mm-hmm. So can we talk about what breath work is like?
Yeah. Well, first of all, on my Wednesday night ayahuasca journey, she had me vibrating so high. And then
when you say vibrating so high, you really mean
like you were like shaking. So then at breath work, that got me to the same exact vibration feeling. Yes. And the people around me were crying and having experiences, and some actually said, they got their miracle
in breath work. Absolutely. Yeah. So here's something that she'll attest to. So, ayahuasca can be very hallucinogenic. Breath work can be equally, if not more, hallucinogenic. Mm-hmm. And especially breath work after you had 4 days of medicine, then it gets way out there, and people really crack in breath work. They really start. The more people cry in breath work than cry in ceremony. Oh yeah. You just hear it. Sometimes it sounds like purgatory when you walk by. Yeah. When it's going on and people are crying, and that's something interesting too. For people that have a Catholic background, there's something very interesting about the term purgatory and how purgatory shows up in ceremonies. There are times when I'm sitting in ceremony and I'm thinking, this is purgatory. This is the spot between the two spots where people are crying and retching and laughing. And sometimes it sounds a little crazy in there, and throwing up and farting and shitting and like.
It's so magical there.
And it's magical, isn't it? Yeah. It's just amazingly good stuff.
When I hear people purging, like throwing up, I am so happy for them. Because it sounds like they are birthing a new them.
And they are.
Yeah.
The most beautiful thing is, that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah. That's exactly it. Yeah. So if you were sitting home and you happen to see this video and you're talking to yourself before you came here, what would you say about coming? Would you say?
I would say, what a great story Jessica had. I'm going to go to Rythmia.
That's good. That's what I was looking for. That's great, man. Because I can tell you this, whatever you're afraid of, It's harder to sit with what you have than it is to come here and go through a real hard week and change it. It's harder to continue what you got going on than it is to spend some money, fly down here, go through this program, and really sweat it out, but go back a week later a brand new person.
Yeah.
So again, I'm gonna say a couple things. Thank you so much to Jessica. She's a light and a beauty and a wonder. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad you got your thing. That's amazing. And then to you folks, please do me a favor and press share and get this video out and tell your friends about this place. And by all means, if you decide to come here, between now and when you come, leave yourself alone. Let us do the work. Let us do it together. Let the medicine do the work. And let's work on it when you're here. If you're thinking about coming here, please do me a favor and call this number, 866-936-9446. And I want to tell you why. Things are getting booked up like crazy. I have to close down in September to build another 10 rooms because we're out of space everywhere. So the Maloka, where the medicine is served, is bigger. The yoga deck is getting expanded, and we have a new spa and a new gym. We have new rooms coming on so that we can accommodate the request. But by all means, please call the number and get here and book it. And I'm going to tell you what, from the moment you call the number, things start changing in your life. That sounds crazy and like a sales pitch and bullshit, but it's actually true. So please come and visit us. And until next week, I want you guys to just be it and just stay in your peace. And we cannot wait to see you here. And I'd love to see you back here. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful week. God bless you. And until next week, God save you and keep you in peace.